What is up? It is Captain C. Welcome back. It is great to be back. Okay, I need to turn off the volume here. Hello? That's better. Yo guys, what is up? It is Captain C. Welcome back. It is great to be back. And yeah guys, so I've been doing a lot of research, and you know, I'm 20 years old, and I'm getting more of an urge to really get out in life and really to start a career. I really wish that when I was 18 years old that I got into a field. I feel like I'm 2 years behind. Might be coming up 3 years behind. I wish that I got a job when I was 16. I wish a lot of wishes here, but really, a lot of okay. There's something loose in this headset, and it's driving me nuts. Hold on. What the hell? Hold on. Wow, that's annoying. Holy cow, that's annoying. Wow. And that's right by my ear, so it feels more like... Wow, that is annoying as fuck. Wow, that's annoying. But not much I can do about it, I guess. Maybe. Okay, I put the headset to the right of my ear. I can still hear it, but it's not bothering me as much. Man, it's so annoying. I really hate it. I don't know if it was there before, but it bothers me now. Okay. I gotta try to move on here. And now, this is one of the episodes where I'm not actually playing, and I'm just going to be talking, but guys, if... I am recommending this to anybody who's young out there. Don't do what I did in regards to when I did finally. Now, I don't feel totally bad, because I did umpire a little bit when I was 17. Then I umpired a shit ton when I was 18. So I do feel like I was doing something then. And I was very involved. I was busy that summer. I would say that I was busy that summer. I was working on homeschool during the summer. And then at night, I was umpiring, and that was a pretty good summer. But I do wish that I got into Jewel Osco when I was younger. When I was like 16. Because say I did that for 1 year. First off, I would start getting benefits, and I told you guys about this before, and I know I said that already, but because I think I was talking about retail and getting into that, and it depends where you go, but Jewel Osco is a pretty good place to start. Or it's almost the perfect first job, I would say, in my viewpoint. If I started there when I was 16, and let's say produce, I got to produce eventually. I would probably be a bagger, you know, and then try to move over to produce and stay there. Now say I do that for 1 year. Alright, after that, I get vacation time. Alright? I get 1 week vacation time. Alright, so I'm 17. Alright? And I do know that I believe if you're there for 3 years, you get I think you get like 3 weeks vacation time, and then something else. And it's unfortunate in a way that I left Jewel Like, I don't regret it because when I went to Costco, it paid more. It was a lot better, but I'm very near, or past it already. But I would have been at Jewel for 1 year, so I would have had what you call it 1 week of paid vacation, and that's something I've never had before. There's I'm guessing this is a small screw or something, but it's definitely not. If you have a chance to go to Costco, especially now, but say a few years ago, or Target, all of those places are better than Jewel. But I'm saying that Jewel is probably a good place to stick to. If I was 16, and I would be at Jewel for a year and a quarter, year and a half, or whatever, then I would try to go to, like, get some experience down. 1 year experience is good, try to get to 1 year, and then when you're 17, try to go to Target. Is a really good place to go if you're young, because they pay a pretty decent amount. Like, I don't know if they were paying it back then, in like 2017, 2018, but I believe that they were at $15 an hour or somewhere near. So if I was smart, alright, I would go from Jewel, then I would go to Target. And guys, if it is seasonal time, alright, starting at September, or there is no excuses not to have a job, alright? No excuses not to have a job. At seasonal time. I mean, really. All the retailers. Like, what I wish I did, alright, was that I wish that and I'm talking just back in September, alright? I wish that so I got the Costco gig, which was great. It was great. And they were paying me $17 an hour because with COVID. $17 an hour. Now, if I got what I wish I did, and it was Costco, that I was working at Costco, from say 2:30 to 11. I have all day to work another job. So I don't know if Target was Target was not doing their seasonal, but they were paying $15 an hour. So I could have went to Target and not even work too much, but let's say I get off of work at 2. So I could have done something like, now I'm not talking 6 to 2, but I could have worked, say, I could have done a 4-hour shift, 10 to 2. Now, I know that's a lot of hours, but time to grind, because look at me, I'm jobless right now. I did get a job at Mariano's, like I told you guys, but yeah, let's not even go there. Now, the only reason that I left Mariano's was, what the fuck is this? Okay. There's one. I'm not quite sure, but I came home. Right, I was at Prairie Grove. I shouldn't be telling you guys where I live. I was at my mom's house, alright? And I come back to Dad's house, and there's pieces of my rocket thing here, and there's some like ripped in half, and there's all this other shit. These little rocket pieces are a part of my plane, and I don't know what happened to them. My dad seemed to think it was Colin, but it just doesn't make sense. Like, why would you rip off? Like I can understand you ripping off like one of them because they were glued on or loosely on. I can understand ripping one off just thinking that they come off, but turns out that they don't. But there's multiple off. So there's some like it's like torn in half, and I don't know if it was Colin. Like, I do a lot for Colin. So that's just quite cruel, just so I'm really hoping that it wasn't him. Like, I'm not too upset. Because I didn't really use the pieces before, and I don't get upset at I can get uncomfortable in certain situations. Like I told you guys, I can get uncomfortable in a few situations, but I don't really get upset at a few things. And I think that is something that I've done a pretty good job at. Not crying over spilt milk, and like a few years ago or whatever. I could definitely, get upset at something or somebody, but I really don't get upset like anymore. Like, there's some people, like, to be honest, my brother Jeremiah, he has a very short temper. We are two very opposite people. And one thing is that I do like to annoy him. But one thing that I don't understand is sometimes he can get physical with me when I annoy him. Which, and yes, he does say get out of my room and things like that. But there's a point that he gets physical with me, and I can understand how I'm in the wrong, and I might be, but he gets physical with me, and he might try to punch me or kick me or slap me in the face or something like that. And at that point, I'm like, wait, hold on. Isn't that like assault right there, my guy? Yeah, so I don't know, it's something like at what point is it okay to and I'm sure, back in the day, people would have been like, he has every right to, he has every right to because you told him multiple times to get away from you, you didn't listen, and now he's kind of taking a stance. But now, at that point, do I let him hit me? Or do I have a right to defend that attack? See, one thing is that a lot of times when I was growing up, Jeremiah was always the physical one. All right, he was slightly stronger than me. I think everybody knew that, but I never tried to. He would always hit me, man. I'm not even joking. He would always hit me, and I never hit back. And I think I wasn't afraid of him. I was afraid of getting in trouble. Well, if he hit me, I was afraid of getting in trouble because for some odd reason, it is so true. I always got in trouble. I always got my phone taken away. Hey, when I was younger, and the thing, and I blame it on bad parenting, because I was not a bad kid growing up. I never got in trouble at school. I really never did. I never got in trouble at school. I never got in trouble at school. I never got in trouble, outside of the house. But it was always within the house. It was always within the house, and it was always. I still can't even grasp it, I can never grasp like how I always got my phone taken away. I always got yelled at by my stepdad, and like really, it's something that I will never understand because those two things don't really come hand to hand. I was always getting grounded, I was always getting yelled at, I was always getting my phone taken away. But yet there's no evidence of me getting in trouble at school or outside of the house. You know, did I ever get in trouble with any friends outside of the house? No. But I always got in trouble inside of the house. So it's something that for one thing, when I have kids, which I would like to, and I think for financial reasons, I'm not just going to get to have like 4 kids, because that's a lot of fucking money. And I think it depends how much money I make. I do for sure want 1. I think I 3. I would like 3, but if I don't have the financial to backing, I never want to be. I want to always be able to pay my bills. Okay, I always want to be able to pay my bills, and I would like to live comfortably. You know, I would like to have a new car, even if it's lease. I do not believe in renting homes, but I do believe in leasing cars, because they, for me, I'm not a car fixer, so having a new car means that you are most likely not going to be fixing or having any problems with your car or within 3 years. And by that point the lease would be over, and you're able to lease again. You know, so, and also is having that new car. I believe in leasing cars, in my viewpoint, and it's my choice, you know. So, but I would like to have 3. I would be fine with 1, 2, 3. Because I was in a home with it is best for the children to have siblings. I do believe. I do believe. You know, when you and you know, you want aunts and uncles, and I do believe in having minimally 2. Like, I don't know. It's no more than 3 in my. It's just you know, factoring in the cost. You know. Factoring in the cost. It really does. So it's, I don't know, you know. Like, I would like to say, you know, I'm fine with 1. I'm fine with 1. I only want 1. I only want to pay for 1. But I know, as a sibling, you know, that I do enjoy having, you know, I do enjoy having my siblings around. I might hate them from time to time, but it is good to have family, you know. So, but it's tough, you know. I would like 3, but yeah. So, yeah. But all right, new convo. One of the main reasons that I wanted to start up this stream was that I had this pretty nice idea about where I might move to when I move out, and a tough part about it is that it is quite far away from family. I do not have any family at this place. I have family in really a family that I've been close around, because I know I might have family here, I might have family there, but I don't really know them, you know. But the close family is either in, and I'm not gonna say, you know, exactly where. I'm just gonna say Illinois and Minnesota. Illinois and Minnesota. I'm not going to say where, but Illinois and Minnesota. So, and where I am thinking about moving to, who is the border of New Hampshire and Massachusetts. Alright, let me tell you why. First of all, New Hampshire there's basically, from what I understand, financially, two financial pros and one financial con. Alright? No income tax, at least the no state income tax, and no sales tax. Alright? So now I don't know, is there a federal income tax and then there's a state income tax? Wait, hold on. I don't know if that's a state or hold on. Are they two separate things? Okay, because I thought if I move over there, I am avoiding the whole income tax thing. Fuck. Dang it. The key distinction is that state withholding is based on state level and taxable income, while federal withholding is based on federal taxable dollars. State withholding rules tend to vary among the states, while federal withholding rules are consistent everywhere throughout the United States. Okay, there is two separate things. Bro. So, what I believe it is that for instance, I think that is like a federal income tax. It could be like something like 20%, and then the state might be like something like 5% or something like that. I thought I was like avoiding the whole thing. Young and stupid, guys. But nevertheless, you are, nevertheless, you are avoiding, nevertheless, you are still avoiding a percentage of, you are still avoiding that small percentage of your income. Alright, so, and keep in mind, if you're making $50,000 a year and you're saving 5%, that's $5,000. You know, or whatever. You know what I mean. So, and also the no sales tax, which, guys, that is huge. That is huge. Like, really, guys. Think about it, you know, on all purchases, dude. Imagine you are buying a flat screen TV that's $500, you know, and you know they aren't going to charge you that 8%, you know. It's wherever, you know. So yeah. Now the one con is property taxes, all right? And the property taxes are amongst the highest in New Hampshire. All right. So I was looking at the states surrounding New Hampshire, and I see Massachusetts, and I found out that I believe it is the property taxes are 0.88% smaller or smaller in Massachusetts. 0.88%, which is quite a bit. If you are, and I did it on the calculator. I believe, I'm trying to think. Say for instance that you buy a house that is 250,000. Actually, I actually found this one condo for $120,000, and it actually looks pretty perfect for me, because all the surrounding houses and townhomes were, they were a lot of money. I could not find anything below $200,000 that I wanted to live in. But then I found this condo. It was $120,000. And guys, I'm not moving now. I don't even know if I would move next year. Or to be honest. It's just I'm nowhere. Like, I feel comfortable. I don't even have my driver's license yet. I'm. It's looking like I'm going for the test on Friday. And so on. But I feel comfortable driving to like the Starbucks down the road. But what I feel comfortable like being my own primary driver every single day. Which is just, you know, I don't have consistent. I have semi-consistent driving experience, but I don't have consistent driving experience where I'm driving every single day, you know. But anyways, I found this condo, and it looked really nice. It looked really nice, $120,000. I don't know how much a condo usually is, but I found a condo for like I said, $120,000. One bed, one bath, one living room, and it looked perfect for me, because I would be the only one living there. I don't need anything all too fancy or anything. I don't, because I would be. Now, would it be nice having some yard and a spare bedroom for any family that might visit me, or you know, anything like that? Or say I meet a girl and, oh wait, well, what am I saying? You know, well, we would share the same bed. I literally thought to myself, you know, I might want another bedroom for a girl or whatever. But then I'm just now thinking, no, stupid, she would be sleeping with you. But for a future with a kid or whatever. But by that point, I would probably move. But it would be perfect for me. It really would be, and I would try to bring that price down a little bit. But it's next to this lake, which is it's more like a river, I think. But it's next to this lake where you can go kayaking, like right next to it, access to it. I don't know if it's a free lake for anybody, but it is like that. There's a lake view from a possible balcony. I don't know if there's a balcony with it, but it's a pretty nice place. It's a pretty nice place. So. And now this is in Massachusetts, all right. And I saw a town. This is the perfect location, because where I would be working is a short drive away across the border, or to New Hampshire, or where I would be working as a post office guy. And the post office guys make, I think for my position, make $18.50 an hour. That's the goal that I would have. $18.50 an hour. And the livable wage in New Hampshire is like $14.83, and I would be making more than that. So it So, and for supporting myself, $18.50 an hour, full-time job as a post office person, with the possibility of overtime and things like that, I would be good. I would be good. Alright, I'm trying to think. So yeah, it would be pretty good. So so with the sales tax, I will do all my shopping across the border after work. You know, if I want to pick up anything or groceries or anything, I would pick them up in New Hampshire, and then I would come back to Massachusetts and be all good. So the only part that would suck is the winters. The winters. Alright, the winters would not be good. It's cold out there, and I would rather go south. I would for sure rather go south, get out of the winters. But you know, I've lived with Chicago winters. Man, I keep on giving away my location, guys. I don't live exactly in Chicago, but and I don't know if I should have told you guys that either. I don't hear the pin a little bit, but the winters is a con. It's only a con for a short while, but the drive from my home to my work, even though it's across the border, it is not all too long. Alright? I would hop on the highway, but I'm on that highway for the shortest. I can't imagine, like I would be on that highway and off that highway like that. I really would be. But I think the scariest part would be being alone. That would be by far the scariest part, because I've been living with, there's no family anywhere near where I would be. Nowhere near. And absolutely, I have no friends there. I have no family there. If anything were to happen to me there, like say for instance, I get into a car accident, I'm unconscious, there would be and they send me to a hospital, they would not know, the somebody from federal or whatever would have to, like, I guess in my wallet I have a insurance card, and they would be able to contact my dad. There's nobody that I know there. There's no family. There's nothing. So that would be a scary part. I'm gonna get something to drink. So now I'm sure that I would. I'm heading upstairs. Now, I believe I'm going to keep this water nearby. But yeah, so it would be, I do know that financially it would be a very smart idea of getting out of Yeah, it's... The only thing is that I don't know anybody there, and that would be a scary part. I would probably get a dog. I mean, right off the bat, so I wouldn't be alone, like a guard dog. You know what I'm saying? You know, it's because I would be alone. You know. Now, do I really want a dog? Not really. Because part of that would be, you know, if I'm working, and I don't know how many hours exactly I would be working, at least 8 minimally, at the post office. But that is a long time for the dog to be alone, and I don't know if dogs are allowed in that condo, to be honest. But I don't know. It's just yeah, but well, let's ask real quick. Let's real quick. I'm gonna click on directions. It says walk. How long would it take to walk there? Sure, whatever. It will take 14 days. Wait. Oh, that's hitchhiking. Or is that walking? No, I think that's walking. I don't think that's hitchhiking. Yeah, that's walking. It will take me 14 days and 1 hour to walk there, and I guess that is continuous walking without rest and things like that. Better start walking. Okay, so how about by car? It would take 16 hours and 25 minutes to get to my where I would be at work. So it would be a long. Would be quite a bit. It would probably be a figure 12 hours driving each day, swapping drivers. You know, it would be quite a bit. Yeah. The other so the winters is one con, but somebody is upstairs. Can I hear him? The other thing is that with the condo, there ain't many. I'm not a. I don't believe I would have to do any yard work or anything. And that is something that I can tell you, on my stepdad's days off, he was always working on something outside of the house. Always. There was always something to fix on the house, outside. And it would take up it would take up his days off. And my dad, with his townhome, his days off, absolutely none. No outside work or anything. Maybe something of the slightest inside once in a great while, but that was a huge rarity. Like, I mean, maybe like once or twice a year. I mean, really, so on his days off. But that actually became a quality of life concern, if you really think about it. on your days off when you should be relaxing, but you're just working on the yard and it's taking up like a good portion of your day. I mean, I don't think I rarely saw my stepdad, you know, sit down and watch like my stepdad. I mean, I don't know if I said that. I think I did maybe. But my stepdad rarely like sat down and watched like a sports game. Like really. And I asked my grandparents, you know, did he watch sports, you know, growing up, or like watch Cubs games or Bears games or whatever? And she said yeah, he did, he watched sports and stuff, but rarely anymore. He did watch the Cubs World Series stuff, and in the Blackhawks, you know, Stanley Cup and things like that. Like, you know, at those big moments, but not really, you know, if it was a regular game. So, but yeah, the sports, like my brother Jeremiah, he has no like passion for like watching sports or anything. I do. I watch all of it. We are complete opposite. Like he'll watch the Super Bowl, but he might be on his phone for like I don't know, because I might be on my phone a little bit, but not really during the game. I don't know, but really, he could really care less about sports overall. My brother Brody, I think a part of it would be that he would be into watching sports. I think there was a chance of that. Depending on the sport, it's tough because we could really not. I'm trying to think back because cable, we never got cable, but I would watch sports games on WGN, and but I could not. But WGN Sports is like non-existent anymore because it's NBC Sports Chicago now. I'm trying to think back what sports he was into in the beginning. I'm trying to think. He did watch. He was into hockey. He was into the Blackhawks. Whenever I would watch the Blackhawks, I think he would watch the Blackhawks. Well, I don't know if he was really into Bulls. I think he wasn't all too interested in with the Cubs. And now he's just, what really pisses me off is that he has a he has a Carolina Panthers hat. He has a Carolina Panthers like medallion or something, but he knows nothing about the Carolina Panthers. I don't even know if he knows the Carolina Panthers former quarterback Cam Newton. He just likes their logo, and I'm like, dude, why is there a Carolina Panthers like hat in our house? Like, this is a Chicago Bears like I mean that I'm just happy that is not a Green Bay Packers hat, but I mean, and now that would really piss me off. Even my mom hates the Packers. She doesn't even watch football or anything, but she knows to she gets the rivalry. She cannot stand the Packers. She would never buy anything of the Packers. She like I I respect that. I have no idea where that came from. My papa is into football, not much anymore because of the whole national anthem, and I can't blame him for that. I really can't. But she must have like gotten a little bit of that from him, but I think he's not really loyal to any franchise either. I thought he was loyal to the Bears, but he just likes to watch good football, you know. And there ain't a lot of good football coming from the Bears, and we're not even going to get into the signing of Andy Dalton. We're not going to get. And I actually, I'll be honest with everybody, I am somebody who focuses on my team. I know my team, but I do not know like other teams. I know a little bit about rivals, such as the teams in my division that we play more than once, or if we're talking football wise, or if we're talking baseball wise or basketball wise. I might know bits and pieces about teams that we face frequently in our division, but I don't know teams outside of our division, let alone the other league or conference or whatever. So I don't know anything about Andy Dalton. I just knew that everybody was freaking out, like, this is not what we wanted. We do not want this. And then I saw, I looked up bits and pieces of highlights of Andy Dalton, and he seems like a Mitch Trubisky to me. After seeing a few highlights, he looks like a Mitch Trubisky. I would rather have Mitch Trubisky, because I was seeing bits and pieces of, like, I thought Mitch Trubisky, like I do not really want to give him another chance, because it's like time and time again. It's I would love to have Mitch Trubisky as a backup, because I do think that I think he could be potentially the perfect backup. Really the perfect backup is the New Orleans Saints current quarterback, I believe now. But there was Drew Brees, and then there was this other guy who came in once in a while. That's the perfect backup. But if you're talking in a situation like say for instance we had Russell Wilson or Deshaun Watson, and say they got injured and Mitch Trubisky came on, I would say that we still have a decent chance on winning this game. I would say that 50% chance. Like I would say that, you know, if we're versing somebody like Green Bay or something like that, who we know that they have a superior team, I would feel like put up a fight. We could possibly put up a fight. But if we're versing you know, mediocre teams, I will say that we have a shot in winning this game. If everybody is on their A game and Mr. Trubisky comes in, I would be like, yeah, I think that we. Now, would we blow the water off on them? I would be like, not so much. But could we find a way to win? Yeah. Which, now that I really think about it, there was a lot of close games. Like, all of the games, we never blew anybody out of the water. It was very rare for us to do that. So that's the piece. I think, putting it that way, Mitch Trubisky should not be our starter. He should not be our starter. And that I really, really think about it. Like, there was no... first of all, I thought that Matt Nagy should go. Not Ryan Pace, because I thought that yeah, the quarterback issue, but I thought that Ryan Pace did a overall not too bad job. I felt like 3/4 of the time he was getting things right. Now Matt Nagy, on the other hand, I thought, in my preference, I thought he should go. Like when he first got there, I was like, hey, I think I like this guy, but then it's like, now it's like, yeah, we had 2 playoff appearances and we can't get past the freaking wild card round. What the fuck, you know? And the way we squeeze into the NFL wild card was because of the coronavirus, right? Like, well, we got in there because they were letting a few extra teams in. Now, granted that we were versing the New Orleans Saints, which I think it was a close battle up until I think the 3rd quarter, if I can remember correctly. But we got into the playoffs because another team lost. That's how we got in. And actually, shout out to Grossi. Well, I forgot. Was it Matt Grossi or Tom Grossi? Yeah, he actually predicted that we would get in, not because of us winning our last game, but because of another team losing. So, but why am I talking about the Bears? Why am I talking about the Bears? I got into this conversation about the Chicago Bears system. Like, how did I get into football? I'm trying to think. Oh, I got into... Oh, I was talking about my brother, and I was talking about my brother, and he had a Carolina Panthers, and then we got into Green. That was a conversation that just got into different things, and I how did I get? I really stopped. I stopped for a moment. I just stopped for a moment, and I'm like, wait, where did we get into this conversation? How did we get here? For a moment, I was like, I was talking about this and that, and just gradually made it into the Chicago Bears organization and how their team is mediocre or less than that. Yeah, because I was talking about my mom hating the Green Bay Packers. Well, I first started with my brother having the Carolina Panthers thing, and it got into that. So, wow. Alright, let's backtrack. Now, why was I talking about my brother? I was talking about my brother who was a bitch. And are we talking about me wanting to move over to Massachusetts or whatever still? Are we still on that? Yeah, but anyways, Alright guys, I think it's time for... Just kidding. I'm not kidding. No. Not yet. But yeah, I always thought of, you know, if I did want to move, I would want to move somewhere where there is a sports team. I would want to move somewhere where, well, with a sports team. I would only go to games where Chicago is facing, such as quite near is Boston, and so if I'm going to a Boston Red Sox game, the White Sox or Cubs would have to be in town. You know, I would not just go to a Red Sox game because I felt like it. Which actually, I would very much like to go to a Boston Red Sox game, because Fenway Park is is very much like Wrigley Field. And I'm stumbling with my words a little bit, I noticed, but but yeah, very much like Wrigley Field. It's a old ass park, but we like it that way, you know, historic, and it's generations of fans. Like literally, if you think about it, generations of fans has been going to these ballparks. I mean, and actually, I feel like if I did move there, my mom would. She does want to visit Boston. She does. She wants to visit Boston, and I don't blame her. It's somewhere that you know you would like to visit at least once. But let's see here. Boston Red Sox. You have the New England Patriots. Which you know that would. There's a lot of history there, and you know if you were playing the New England Patriots, now is probably the time. Actually, last year would have been a great time. This year, the next season might be a good time too. Apparently Cam Newton hasn't been doing all too well, which first off, I do not blame the Patriots for wanting to get a good quarterback. I mean, that's something that they did right. Now granted, you know, it didn't work out for them, but I mean, that's something that the Bears had to do. Like, I mean, grow a pair, you know, and get not just a decent quarterback, but and actually Nick Foles, bringing in Nick Foles. I mean, Chicago was actually like, oh, okay, you know, and I was thinking that Nick Foles was, I thought that he had, you know, like good accuracy, like something like because nobody in Chicago thought he had, you know, and a mobile quarterback. Let's face it, you know, you can be a mobile quarterback in your younger years, but I mean, if you plan on, you know, the older you get, like I would say that if you're 28, when you're 28 years old, that's the prime of a athlete, in my opinion. 28. All right. Once you hit 30, it starts to go a little bit downhill. Now, if you're a stationary quarterback like Tom Brady, and you know, and you're protected, you know, you can go quite a bit. But Mitch Trubisky, everybody knows, you know, that Matt Nagy tried the stationary role with him. It was not working. It was not working. And now, granted, the online wasn't the best. That there was a few games actually that the online actually stepped up, and I'll give it to him. There was a few games there in a row. There must have been like 4 games. And it was that they were doing actually not too bad of a job. Maybe 4 or 5 games. That they were our online was terrible. But then whatever coach was, you know, involved in that, like definitely fix that shit. But Mitch Trubisky is better on the run, and why am I talking about the Bears again? Why am I talking next? Okay. Oh, we're getting out of that. We're getting out of that. I don't even know why. It's not even football season. I know big news. That is big news with the Andy Dalton, but yeah, let's see here. We have the Boston Celtics. So yet again, you know, if I went if I went to a Boston Celtics game, I would have to be seeing the Bulls there. I would have to be only if the Bulls came to town. Which, you know, that is actually something that is something that is nice, you know. Well, if you're away in Texas or in California, or if you're in New York and you're from say you know Chicago, you know, you can still see your favorite teams, you know, versing the hometown team over there. That is something that's pretty nice, you know. It brings a little bit of home with you on the road. You know, that is something pretty nice. You know, you recognize those faces, and it's pretty nice. So, okay, so but yeah, Boston Celtics. You have the hockey team, Boston Bruins. You know, I don't know why, but I have not been into hockey recently. I've been more into basketball. I look forward to watching the Bulls, and it's because the team right now has potential. Did I just hear something slightly? But yeah, dude, we were leading by 23 points at one time today, the Bulls versus San Antonio, and then San Antonio came back and won the game in the fourth quarter with like less than 5 minutes on the clock. No, it wasn't 23. It wasn't 23 points down at 5 minutes or less, but that's when they started, you know, coming back. And yeah, but anyways, it was one of those losses where, you know, we were, before the game started we were 9th seed, like right there. We have the chance. We were actually 6th seed out at one point. I don't know what happened to that. But I don't know. I really want us to get to the playoffs. Like, I have not seen, me being a Bulls fan, I have not seen the Bulls like actually like in the playoffs or anything. When I first started paying attention to the Bulls was it was actually because of Dunkin' Donuts, believe it or not. They had a Dunkin' Donuts deal. The Bulls win, you win, and you win a free iced coffee the next day, and that was the ending point towards the last month. I would say last few weeks in the Bulls season, and that was the Dwayne Wade and Jimmy Butler together, and then the playoffs started, and I was watching it, and the promo ended by then, but that was the first time that's how I got introduced to Bulls. That's how I got introduced to them. It's pretty unfortunate how I would have been like 11 years old during the 11 years old during the Derrick Rose years. I would have enjoyed that if I was into basketball. I would have enjoyed that, but yeah. So during those playoffs, I was actually I was actually watching a pretty decent team. We won one game in the series, then we won two, and then I actually had a friend come over, or for the Bulls playoffs, and then yeah, I think it was at one point we were winning in the series. I thought we were like 3-0, but I think it was 3-1. We needed one more win, I think, and the Celtics came back and we lost, and it sucked ass. And I was like, damn it! All we had to do, all we had to do was win one more. It was quite unfortunate, really, but I kept my eye on the Bulls ever since, and this team this year is better than the team. You know, this team is better than Michael Jordan's team. I'm joking. That's a joke. That's a joke. Nowhere compared to that. But this team is the best that it's been in for many years, since the Jimmy Butler and Dwayne Wade years, for sure, or a year. I think it was only in town for 1 year. I think it was mainly to be it was his last year, I think. No, because he went. No, it wasn't. No, my bad. That was not his last year. He went to. He only retired like 2 years ago. Yeah. It was just a 1 year deal or 2 year deal. I think it was just to help out Jimmy Butler and try to make a playoff run. Well, one last time or something like that, but and then we went into rebuild mode. But yeah. So, anyways, but yeah, this team now is definitely the best it's been for quite a few years. Quite a few years indeed. For maybe 5-6 years. When was that? Was that in like 2015 when they made that run with the Celtics? I think so. Yeah. But anyways. I think it might have been 15 or 16. It wasn't 16, was it? But anyways, oh yeah, we're talking about sports here. There is the Portland Trail Blazers, and that would be north. I think that's all they have. Is that all that Portland has? Is the Portland Trail Blazers? So I guess the Bulls. I could see the Bulls and Trail Blazers. But yeah, so I don't know how much condos usually cost though. Is 120 like too much? Like I really don't know. Like, it's the cheapest one and nicest one. But like first off, I think most importantly, would you be comfortable living there? I think that's a huge part. And I would say yes. I would definitely feel comfortable living there. And I wouldn't have to do any like outside work or anything. But is condos more like, I don't know. But I think we're going off of, yeah. So most Americans file a state income tax return and a federal income tax. Ooh. Now, is there no income tax whatsoever? Most Americans file a state income tax return and a federal income tax return. It is a 2021. The states with no income tax are Alaska, Florida, Nevada. Now, does that also count federal? Most Americans file a state income tax return and a federal income tax return. And so the states with no income tax. I don't know. All I know is that it's you're saving money in these states. I mean, Now, it would probably be more smart for me to try to, like, go somewhere that is a little bit warmer. I hope you guys are enjoying the live. Alaska, not going there, that's cold as fuck. Like, I wouldn't mind being there for the summer, but too cold. Florida. But the other thing that I was looking at was I thought I took another picture there. I need to... No, sales tax states. See, I don't know why... Alaska is a pretty nice place to live in if you want to try. Whoa, hold up. Pros and cons of states with no income tax. Okay, so Alaska, Florida, Nevada, South Dakota, Texas, Washington, and Wyoming levy no state income tax. Two others, New Hampshire and Tennessee, don't tax earned wages. So why are they separate? While Tennessee used to tax investment income. Oh, earned wages. Okay. While Tennessee used to tax investment income and interest, the Hall income tax was fully repealed on January 1st. Cool. Whoa! New Hampshire currently taxes investment income and interest, but it is set to eliminate those taxes soon. That will bring the number of states with no income tax to 9 by 2024. Whoa. Hold on, I want to learn more about this whole taxing invested income. In other states. Some states have tax preferences for capital gains, while most states tax income from investments and income from work at the same rate. 9 states, Arizona. This is from 2018. I need something more updated. 2016. Like, really? January 26, 2021. That's good enough. States with no. this is 2018, 2016. The taxation of your investment income depends on several factors, including the type of investment income you have. You have mutual bonds, interest they generate series of federal tax. Yeah, that article gave me shit. I think the other report stated it quite good. Taxing, investing. For investing came from work. Alright, see, this is from 2018. But Arizona, Arkansas, Hawaii, Montana, New Mexico, North Dakota, South Dakota, Vermont, and Wisconsin tax all long-term capital gains less than ordinary income. Alright, let's check on Massachusetts. Okay, let's check it. Massachusetts was state income tax missions. Of 2020. Woo! It's quite a bit. That's quite a bit. Fuck. And I'm somebody who likes to play with stocks and things like that. Now, one thing to think about too is that how long am I going to want to? How long am I going to want to? How long am I going to want to stay there at Massachusetts? Now, I'm only guessing that if I had to stay right now, I would say probably I might stick there like 5-10 years. Now, you know, I really don't know. I might really like it there. But a few winters in, and I might be like, now I would say that I believe that the post office gives you 13. If I read it correctly, but there was like 2 separate things. I want to look at it again, but I believe you get 13 vacation days is for your first 3 years of employment with the Postal Service, and then after the 3 years, you get 20 days. But then there was something else too. So USPS benefits, and they have a whole page on it. leave. I want to go to leave. 3 years or so, increasing 20 days. Effective. Then they say something here. Effective October 6, 2012, Postmasters. Oh, this is for managers and stuff. Employees, management employees, and non-career employees converted into those positions who have no prior federal or USPS service that is credible toward the leave receive 10 days of annual leave per year for the first 5 years. Wait, hold on, what? So you get less time off? Or is it like a bonus? Receive 10 days of annual leave per year for the first 5 years, increasing to 15 days per year after 5 years, and 20 days per year after 5. In addition, employees earn 3 hours per pay period as insurance against loss of income. So was that like a bonus days? Or is it only 10 days? Wow, because... And that's actually quite odd because, so if you're a manager or postmaster, you get less time off? Is it because you're like more important and they need you there more? Anyways, doesn't apply to me, at least not yet, so. But for the first 3 years, I would get 13 days off a year. I don't know if there's any personal time or anything. But I get 13 days of annual leave per year for the first 3 years. So during that time, I would think that I would get, because I believe what I would get is I believe that I would get Sundays off for sure, and then some random ass weekday. So I'm guessing a day between Monday through Thursday. But I would probably during the winter take a I would probably take a winter I would probably take a week off in the winter. I would probably take a I'll probably want to fly down and fly back up. But I would probably take somewhere between 4 or 5 days of vacation time down in the winter. I would probably say like sometime February. I would probably take it. Yeah, sounds pretty good. To kind of escape that cold. So let's say I take 5 days. So let's say I take 5 days, so then that would leave me with 3, 4, 5. So that would leave me with 8 days off, and then I would probably scatter those around a little bit throughout the year. But the 20, after 3 years, receiving 20 days off per year, plus 10 federal holidays, you can't really get that, like, you really can't get that in many places. I really don't think so. I mean, if you really think about it, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. Yeah, so I would get So after 3 years, I would get 20 days. I would get 20 days off plus 10 federal days off. So that's 30 days off. And then increasing to 20 days per year, and then 26 days per year after 15 years of service. In addition, full-time employees earn 4 hours per pay period as insurance against loss of income. Cool. I would hope that I'm a full-time employee and not a part-time employee at the post office. But it kind of sucks that you know, those first years is gonna be a grind, but then after 15 years, at 15 years, you'll get to 26 days of time off. I mean, and let's not think of, you know, 7 days as a week. Let's think of 5 days as a week. You know, at that 15-year mark, you are getting 5, 10, 15, 20. This is for the first after 3 years. So you get 4 weeks paid time off. Because let's think of 5. Let's think of 5 days as a week. A work week. Let's say work week. 5 days. 5 days is a work week. So that is 4 weeks off. All right, and then after 15 years, you get 26 days off. So that's 6 weeks. 6 weeks in 1 day. Woo, man. Dude, after 15 years, and you get it's unfortunate that it takes 15 years to get to that point, but that is a incentive to stay for at least I don't know what type of bonuses or anything comes up after a certain time, but so it's a thrift. What's the thrift savings? Fair postal employees make room to the thrift savings, which is similar to the 401. Yeah, but compensation, night shift differential, and Sunday premium pay. So if you usually get Sundays off, but if you do working Sunday, they're gonna compensate you. There's 2 competitive basic pay rates and regular salary increases. But yeah, they also have a pension, and yeah, so. But you know, if you do work for the post office, you will never be, or you should never be on the street. They will take care of you. They will give you benefits. They will give you a living wage. You will, and most importantly, it's not retail. I did look into it a little bit, and I'm like, hey, you know what? Could I work for Costco? You know, could I fit working for Costco in there a little bit? You know, is there a way, you know, that I could work, you know, maybe 7 to 11 or something like that, or which, you know, I was thinking about it, but yeah, and you know, if I want to get a little bit extra money or whatever, but the United States Postal Service. Yeah, but I don't know regarding Massachusetts, but um, I think I will try to move over there, save some money or whatever, and then I might end up moving somewhere else, and I might end up moving over there and saving. I like I'll save money over there, you know. I'll move over there as a saving money move, and then I might move over. You know what? I might actually try to. My dad wants to retire to Tennessee, and I might try to when he moves down there. But now you know I'm not going to move in with him. I'm not going to move in with him. But it will give me some incentive to it could give me some you know incentive to move down over there, because there's no income tax there, and apparently in the future by that point that they won't be taxing they won't be taxing investments. So Man, I'm thirsty again. So because I feel like by that point I'm gonna be like, okay, I'm done with this cold. I'm done with. Yeah, I feel like it's gonna come to that. Because really, why am I? The main reason, well, we chose New Hampshire because of the no income tax, and there's plenty of states that do that, Texas, Florida, whatever. But the main reason that we chose New Hampshire is because of the no sales tax. But it's a cold ass state. It's a cold ass state. Now what it is as well is that you know it's a very 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 pretty state. You know, in the fall time, it's a gorgeous state. It's a gorgeous state, but their winters are brutal as fuck winters. And I can tell you that if I'm working for the Postal Service, you know, past 3 years, I am probably taking 2 weeks, 2 work weeks, a 10-day vacation into somewhere warm in February. I'm gonna be like, yeah, I'm getting the fuck out of here. Or I'll probably do a 10-day a 10-day Florida visit or whatever, you know. If my friends still live over there, but I'll be like, yeah, I'm getting out of here. It's cold as fuck. I know that's a long time though. 10 days. That's quite a big vacation. I mean, I don't know if I can do that. Now if my dad moves over there, which is in 6 years, I could do a Tennessee visit. Yeah, because when does he? I think he wants to move in 6 years. Or in 6 years he'll be taking steps, you know. But what I could do is that I could visit my dad in Tennessee for like a few days and then go to, or 2 separate trips. But just like ways to kind of like escape the cold when I can, you know. Because I would rather be a little too hot than a little too cold, if you guys know what I'm saying. So if I was smart, actually, I would actually start working for the post office now, which I'm trying to do. But stay here for 3 years and do whatever I have to do now, and then once I hit 3 years and get the 20-day vacation time, then move over there. So then when it comes wintertime, I can be like, yeah, guys, I'm outie. Which there's no way that anybody is taking vacation time between because their busy time is November and December. That's their busy time. That's their busy time. November and December. And then January and February, that's when things slow down and everybody probably takes their vacations. And the only thing that is sad though is that for Thanksgiving, I'm gonna be all by myself. I really am. I'm going to be all by myself because there isn't time to I can't take any time off and fly anywhere because all I get is 1 day, and then it's Black Friday. If anything, the retirees, such as my grandparents, could possibly fly over, but that time they would be close to 80 years old, so they're probably gonna be like, yeah, we don't want to travel. And say, well, we'll call you. So that would be a tough part. That would be a tough part. That's when I would hope that I have a girlfriend and I can just go over to her house for Thanksgiving. Or maybe I have friends or whatever at that point and they're like the what you call it, oh, Thanksgiving, you don't have anything going on, and I come over to my family's house. Yeah, hey guys, this is a friend from work, Curtis. That the only thing is that I used to have easy trust with people, but I think I'm slowly becoming a little more, I guess you can say having trust issues, but yeah, one thing is that after 15 years you get the 26 days, and then after 20 years of service you get a partial pension that you can use at yeah, the only thing that's scary about the postal service job is that I really past 3 years, and especially after 15 years, there's almost no going back. out of the after the postal service career, because at that point you have good benefits, but you have this paid vacation time. You get 26 days off. 26 days off. Per year. Not a lot of places give you that. I mean, that's something that's quite hard to find. So after 15 years, you have to stay for at least another 5 years to get a partial pension. But at that point, I mean, you already have these good benefits and things like that, and you might as well stay minimally another 20 years. So by the time that you're 60 or 62 or whatever it is you can get that full pension. Yeah, but yeah, what would be a good idea though is save money, and then after 40 years of postal office service, and you get the pensions, which actually you can't get right away. Oh, actually you could, I think. Yeah, 40 years, and then I would be 20, so 60 something years old. A good idea would be to quit that job, and then like as soon as you get now keep in mind that you would not be getting the money from the post office until you turn 62. And once I retire and say that I start quite soon, I'm applying for jobs now for the postal service, but keep in mind that I'm going to be, it's kind of crazy, like it depends how when you started, like exactly, and they would be like the okay, so you started when you were 20 years old on March blah blah blah. But so I would be without pension money for about a year and a half when I quit it, and at that point, but I would actually try to become town mayor or whatever, or work for the local government, and then from the age 60 to 70, hopefully I live that long, and so then when I turn 70 years old, and after doing that for 70 years, I mean not 70 years, for 10 years, or when I turn 70, ball out, I would have a total of 3 pensions coming in. Yeah. The only thing that would suck though is that, if what would suck ass if say I finish that and I'm like, okay, I am done working. I have my postal service pension. I have my tiny ass pension for being a town mayor. I did this for blah blah blah. So now I can finally sit back and relax. That would suck though. I feel bad for the people who finally retire and they get their pensions and then they kick the bucket. Oh my gosh, bro. But nobody can control that, you know, and but I think though being town mayor would be a good idea, and I feel like it is mostly. Town mayors don't pay a lot of money, but I think you would rather be a town mayor than working for the postal service, and first of all, it'll keep you busy. Benefits, you get benefits. It doesn't pay you a lot, nowhere compared to what you were making, but it does pay you. It does pay you money, benefits. They give you benefits, a car, things like that. So that would be an option, only for, you know, knowing that you are going to be receiving that pension money when you turn 62. Because I have a feeling that yes, you know, I would have all these off or whatever, but knowing, you know, working the same job for 40 years, you're not going to want to do it any fucking longer. You're gonna be like, oh, yeah, you know, I gotta get out of here. So if I was smart, you know, and saved money and did all these things, and I would probably, you know, I would probably want to get out and you know, crack into the savings a little bit, and if I become mayor and things like that, and yeah, I would think that would be worth it, and yeah. So, and hopefully by that point, you know, wherever I'm living, I have my house paid off, and I was using my money correctly, and so hopefully by that point, you know, I have a good amount of money, you know, in the bank. I have a paid off house, paid off car, and then I should be able to take those, you know, 2 years or a year and a half, and yeah, so yep. And really, you know, if I have that money and stuff like that, hopefully I would be able to play with the stock market a little bit. But yep. Nobody's listening to me. Yeah, but bam. On Friday, I'm going to be taking my driver's test. I'm scared. First off, I need to wake up at 6:45 in the morning, So at 7 o'clock, I can schedule a appointment. So hopefully that's not. Kyle Hendricks was pushing today. Oh, I believe he got on base too. Ooh, that's a nice hit. He got it. Nice hit. The professor can do it all. I have his autograph. It did not feel like St. Patty's Day today. I just want to say that. The Chicago Bears are adding Angela by Sunday too. Bro, dude, if the Bears let go of Hicks, like, dude, Hicks is like, man, if you, are they really like trying not to have like Bears fans tune into these games? I mean, I just don't know. Like literally, like, you know, I follow sports. I follow the Chicago Bears, and they posted something regarding the Asian Lives Matter, stop the Asian hate, and I have not been watching the news all too much recently. I used to follow it a lot, and then I kind of like slowed down. But I guess suddenly, first it was Black Lives Matter, now it's Asian Lives Matter, and I guess I did a small amount of, I did a small amount of research, and the what am I trying to say here? But I literally typed in on the Chicago Bears post where is this coming from? Like, where is this coming from? And of course, all of the comments are not about Asians or anything about but about Andy Dalton, and everybody is like Andy Dalton, and they're in because everybody is so pissed off about that trade. So of course they're like we're talking about Andy Dalton here, okay? but yeah, I guess there was a shooting and unknown motive, but I guess like most of or all of the victims were Asians. So but I had no idea about it. I guess it happened yesterday, or it's actually 12:30 now. So what happened 2 days ago technically. But But I was like, what is this coming from? Wait, Asian Lives Matter? Like, wait, hold on. Did something happen? And I guess something did happen. But I was like, where is this coming from? Among Atlanta's Asian Americans, unease turns to fear after shootings. And of course, a lot of these news like they were craving, they were they were craving for something to report, especially after Donald Trump left, because they were all over Donald Trump and whatever he was doing. If he was sipping a coffee or whatever, they had to report it. But I'm not going to trust much of these. In Atlanta, black residents stand with Asian Americans in an effort to end hate. In Atlanta, black residents stand with Asian Americans. Well, isn't that nice? Just read this. In Atlanta, black residents stand with Asian Americans. I guess white Americans are. Does white Americans not stand with them? I mean, or Mexicans. Does Hispanics not stand with them? Or does Irish Americans? I mean, women of Asian descent were 6 of the 8 victims in the Atlanta shootings. Lawmakers demand end to anti-Asian hate crimes after Atlanta killings. That hit home for me. Atlanta really after spot shootings of Asian. Okay, I'm just wondering, was it just one shooter, and it so happened to be at a Asian restaurant? Okay, I'm just wondering, because I don't know, because if it so happened to be at a Asian restaurant and all of this news is thinking, and it's on Asian Americans, but it just so happened to be at some random Asian restaurant. What did CNN? White supremacy and hate are haunting Asian Americans. White supremacy and hate are haunting Asian Americans. And of course, all the Democrats are gonna be like the white supremacy. All white people are bad. Blah blah. And of course, me, a white guy who had no idea about any of this. Apparently, I've been living under a rock. But white supremacy and hate are haunting Asian Americans. Okay, first of all, do we know who the shooter is? Because is the shooter white? What if the shooter was Asian? How this would all turn around and be like, oh shit, I guess it wasn't white supremacy. Well, maybe it was. Does this Asian person have any white descent at all? Why this wave of anti-Asian racism feels different? 3 arrests in a shocking attack on older Asian man in San Francisco. 8 dead in Atlanta, spot shootings with fears of anti-Asian violence. Dude, this is all over the place. 3 people have been arrested in an attack on an older Asian American man who was ambushed, dragged to the ground, and robbed of several $100s, all in a matter. I have a feeling that these people don't care that he's Asian. They don't care who he is or what skin color he is. They just want to rob this guy. San Francisco's giant Chinatown. So I have a feeling that this was in... Oh wait, this was in San Francisco, not Atlanta. "61 ways to donate in support of Asian communities." 61 ways to donate. Alright, what is this? The New York Times, which you really can't trust them, but let's see what they got. The man who police say went on a rampage at 3 spots in. So this whole white supremacy or whatever, it's on. This is all because of one guy. So now is all white people bad because of this one white guy? Well, we don't even know if he's white, by the way, but the man who, but I'm sure they'll let us know. The man who police say went on a rampage at 3 spots area has been charged with 8 counts of murder in connection with the attacks. Women of Asian descent. Yet again, I don't know why America's president. I know Asian Americans are very concerned. That's what President Biden had to say. A survivor of the shooter's spree called his wife, "I've been shot, please come." What? A survivor of the shooting spree called his wife, "I've been shot, please come." Okay, so first of all, please tell me this was after all of the shit going on, because you do not want your wife to come in during the middle of the shooting. I mean, experts warn of a rise in hate crimes motivated by male supremacy. Male supremacy now. Experts warn of a rise. Experts? Who are these experts? Warn of a rise in hate crimes motivated by male supremacy. There's so much, like, on... Unbelievable, man. We should definitely have a white male curfew at 6 p.m. so none of this ever happens again. I mean, they would think of something like that, dude. Experts warn of a rise in hate crimes motivated by male supremacy. Us males, we hate everybody. We hate everybody. It's so stupid. Asian Americans were targeted in nearly 3,800 hate incidents in the past year. Well, to be honest, if it's at Chinatown, I'm sure a large amount of crimes were against Asians because it's in Chinatown. A sheriff's deputy faced criticism for saying the suspect had a bad day and for an anti-Asian Facebook. Well, a lot of bad days. I need to drink water. Well, I think that is true. I think some at some of these shootings, the victim, not the victim. I'm sorry. The shooter, the person. I can't think of it. The aggressor, you can say. It starts with a bad day. It starts with several bad days, and they get to the point where they're fed up with the world, and they want to cause harm and kill people, you know. Yeah. So I get that. Also, this is a New York Times, so you really can't trust anything that they say. Suspect carried out this. Eliminate his temptation. Had a frequented massage parlors in the past and launched the task. Oh, but one of the victims were women. Oh yeah, it's at a spa, so you'll see that. We know that the majority of victims were Asian. Miss Baum said. Well, I don't think he was targeting Asians. I think he just wanted to kill people, and he chose this spot. And I don't think, and even if he was, I mean, what does it have to do with me? Am I racist? I mean, He was only 21 years old. Wow. Was he white? I mean, now I want to know, and you're not telling me. So... BBC News should give it to me so much, right? Oh, I'm done reading about this, guys. Looking at it now. Do we get a video? Yes. Is that it? Let's see. Oh, I think I've seen that. What is Forrest Hastings? Oh, I shouldn't have said his name. Nothing much new on there. Wow, I have not posted. I have not posted on. I do not post on Instagram quite a bit. I used to post a lot on here because I thought it was like something normal that you do, but I'm posting macaroni and cheese. That was dumb. Just looking at the old stuff. I think I'll delete some of this. I should have caught this one Jordan shoe. Jordan, son of Mars, though. I wish, bro. Just looking back at old Instagram photos, but. Oh, this is funny. I'm liking my own place. Oh, I remember seeing this. This is the teddy bear shoe. I'll look that up. I'm just chilling right now, guys. I don't know if it's. Oh, yeah, it's there. Makeover. Is anybody selling this shoe? Nobody is selling this shoe. Go on TikTok. The girl who says that she looks pretty cute. With a what now? That's all you need when you're living by yourself. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Get one call with your soulmate. Why would you even come home or whatever and see your girlfriend for the... interesting to know. This girl looks cute, but also like stressed, like she needs some sleep. Oh. The 4th grade down 21-17 to the 5th graders. And then a recess left rapid on everyone. The fastest kid in 4th grade, this is under the 4th graders his cars. Biggie hike. Dude, there was always this moment. Oh, absolute ballin'. Still going. Yo, guys, I do remember this. It's like, and it did not happen often, but 4th graders versus 5th graders, and then and the 4th graders have this one absolute stud athletic 4th grader, and he can carry like the team 1 year younger, but of course the 5th graders was like the how about we verse you guys, but we get Dominic, and it's like, wait, you get Dominic? And of course Dominic is like, yeah, sure, and it's like, oh well, fuck. But yeah, the 4th graders down 21-17 to the 5th graders. Teacher, 1 minute of recess left. The fastest kid in 4th grade shows up, yo. Whew. Dude, at that point, you're like, oh, how do they not get him at that point? They sign that man the contract. I gotta share this on Insta, boys. I forgot how to do that though. Oh, here we go. This is going on the Insta, boys. And let's post this. This is going on the feed. Can we make this larger? No. I redo because it's not. I might just put it on the story. Redo. Yeah, this is going on the story. Yeah, see, this chick who's press secretary or whatever, she does not know how to answer a question. She was doing like the simplest a breakfast question, like on the White House government website or whatever, and it said the what is your favorite breakfast, and she's like like I love breakfast. It's one of the most important meals of the day. It is a meal that I cherish. It's a meal that I enjoy, and I'll have to circle back on you. She didn't say circle back, but she didn't answer. It's like she has this like she has this method, and she just rolls with it, I guess, and it's a strategy, I guess, but it's allowing her to keep her job, but it's crazy. Oh, that hurts to watch. Yeah, that was up for that one. I must ask, she's my idol. She showed me I can be naked, perform while still be first it's only way women can be naked and install their sex. What? Cardi B says so only white women can be naked and show their sexuality. What? Yeah, Candace Owens is good. Love Candace. Candace Owens, I like her. I don't know if I would like her as president. I would probably first like her because she has political experience, but she doesn't have like elected office experience. I would love to see her as a House of Representative or senator, and then maybe make her way up to vice president or even president. But I don't know how old she is too. She seems quite young. I don't know if she's 35 years old yet. But yeah. Did you know that Star Wars is the reason you have to leave a theater once the movie's over? So back in the day, you could just stay in the theater and watch multiple movies over and over again. But then George Lucas came along and that changed everything. During the hype of the first Star Wars movie, theaters decided to profit off of this. So they took away the tickets that lasted all day and they make you pay per movie now. And they won't even let you bring your own. Really? Movie theaters are greedy. You will hit the bus. Did you know that Star Wars black markets? Yeah, like this guy looks low-key creepy, but I've seen one of these videos or something, or maybe not. All right. Bruh. He charged 50 cents for one salt and one pepper and made hundreds of dollars in his first month. But then the school shut him down, and kids went back to eating bland cafeteria food. Black markets consist. Bro, I would still do it. I would stop for like what I would actually do, is that I would have a friend sell. I would have a friend sell it for me, and I would have a friend sell it for me, and I would give him part of the profit, and then somebody else sell them for me. When he gets shut down, or and I would tell him, you know, if I don't get in trouble, if you get caught, you know, and I don't get in trouble, you know, I'll give you money or something. I don't know, or you know, sell it to him on the bus. Sell it, you know, at the bus stop. You know, that's not at school. I can't believe, like, salt and pepper. I don't know any kids who would want to buy salt and pepper. Like you know, they would want to buy candy or soda or stuff like that. Well, take that, girl. It really does annoy me at times with the lip syncing, because I know that's like 80% of TikTok, the lip syncing, but it's lip syncing. It's like I'm just adjusting where I'm sitting. I know, it's like, really, you aren't doing all too much talent, but she only has 224. Like, she's pretty. You ain't even wearing red lipstick. What? Oh, okay. Ow. So should we, guys? Hold on. How should we guys say it? Ow. What? Felt forward up. That's funny. Felt forward up. That's funny. No, they cut it off on the Spider-Man part. Oh, is there a part 2 though? Show me that part 2, my guy. Fuck it. Videos that will make everyone tear up. I need to go to the bathroom. What? Woman can be seen pulling out a handicapped white dog. Whoa, hold up. You ain't about to run over this bitch, right? What? What? Wow. There was this handicapped dog, and she's like, nah, we good for you. Wow. Wow. If you don't know what happened, this woman, she pulls out, she has two dogs. Two dogs get out of the car on the road. And she puts one dog back in the car. Then there's this one white dog who, and I shouldn't have said white dog, it doesn't matter. It doesn't. And the dog is disabled. And she just leaves without him. Just drops him off at the road. Wow. Oh, he's a big fan of you. Whoa. Lip sync right, yeah.
My needs are simple. All I want is someone to squeeze my butt and tell me I'm pretty. My needs are simple. All I want is someone to squeeze my butt and tell me I'm pretty.
That's not asking a lot. Alright guys, I think we've about come down to it. Let me see how long we've been streaming. like, holy cow. $2 and 35 minutes. 2 hours 36. About 2 hours 35 minutes and like 30 seconds I saw now 2:36. Wow, I've been streaming for that long. I've been talking to you guys for that long. 2.5 hours. Holy cow. I really like talking to you guys, don't I? Holy cow. Wow, that's a long time. I would have guessed maybe hour 20, maybe stretching to hour 40, but holy cow. But guys, I gotta go to the bathroom, but it's been a pleasure. I love talking to you guys. It's something that I really love doing. I like getting things off my chest. Yeah. I appreciate it, guys. Until next time, this is CaptainC, or you can call me Commander Harper, I guess, too. Until next time. But I'm always going to be CaptainC. I always will. But until next time,